Well, hey, YouTube. I am Kira, and I am excited to be here with you right now. It is my honor and it is my joy, and I want to welcome you. This is one of those. I had to go live. I'm actually here up in Lenox, Massachusetts. I needed to be able to just stop everything that was happening. I was like, hey guys, it's raining outside, but right now, humanity is getting ready to be in a sunrise moment. And the quantum consciousness emergence that is happening in June 2026 is just too important. There's just too much to talk about. And for those of you that are finding this live, I bow before you and I honor you and I thank you for remembering that you are a lineage holder. So let's talk about that for a moment. And as I'm sharing that with you, I want to go ahead and show you right now the June energy calendar. So if you're catching me for the first time, welcome. I'm so glad that in whatever realm, sphere, potentiality, real time in this field of 2026 or hundreds of years ago or before us, whenever you're hearing this, thank you for being here now. Thank you for saying yes to you. Thank you for being born. You deserve because you were born. And in June, as you're gazing right now at that energy calendar, it's all about star consciousness igniting. Now, that's a big one. That's a really big one. And that's why the ascended realms have done something. And I'm going to bring you back to this calendar in just a moment. But here's what's happened is that for those of you that have known me over the past 23, almost going into 24 years of public life now, what you know is that I gave up whatever life I would have had, including my traditional family, my children, everything, to say yes when the universe called. And if you're just finding me and you get to the website, iamkira.net, I invite you to go to the messages of the masters. And in this moment, and this is my free gift to you, and I've got a couple of them coming up for you tonight, but this is the first one. Go to iamkira.net, go to the messages from the masters, discover the lost books of the Essene, and at the very least, read books 1, 5, and 12. Now, if you feel like reading them all, go for it. And every one of these books are PDF files that are just 5 to 10 pages long. But the reason I'm bringing this to your attention is because it's June 2026, because right now the universe is calling you out. So what does that really mean? Well, what it first means is that the universe has called me out. And this month, right now, I want you to put this in your calendar. I want you to write this down right now. Be here. Make sure you're subscribing to this YouTube channel. Make sure you're giving me your comments. Make sure you're asking your questions and ask the hard ones. I love when you ask the hard ones because it means you're ready to know the answers, right? It means you're ready to trust yourself. So on Wednesday, June 17, 2026, if you're catching us before then, be with me live with my special guest, Hank Loria, and together we are going to be here with you live at YouTube. It is our gift to the world for a bona fide training, a bona fide journey into the realm of quantum consciousness. And what are we going to be doing? We're going to come into center. We're going to ignite star consciousness, which you might say, Kira, what is that? Well, let me show you. Right here is your third eye, right? Many of you know, what is my third eye? Well, the third eye is that point between the eyebrows right here. Many, many years ago, when Archangel Zadkiel started coming through, the first thing Archangel Zadkiel did was ignite the star consciousness so that, number one, I could see more. And number two, that just being in your presence, I know that you see more. And over the past 24 years, I have been honored and blessed to watch many, many people that I have been blessed to work with. I'm going to need a glass of water. I'm so sorry, guys. But I have been so blessed to see so many of these people that I have worked with who are now on YouTube teaching themselves. This is the moment. And forgive me, I need water. I am so sorry, live YouTube. You know how that happens, right? Yummy, yummy, yummy. Forgive me. And so the reason I'm mentioning this is that on July 17, 2026, I'm going to show you the calendar. I'm going to show you everything that's happening. The universe has said we must all open star consciousness. Star consciousness must now move forward into this realm of potentiality, into this field of instantaneous manifestation. So imagine if you are able to really come forward into instantaneous manifestation. Excuse me, I really need a tissue too, please. And so moving forward into the field of instantaneous manifestation, and I'm noticing, and I don't know if you can see me crying, I don't know if you can feel my throat, but I want to address what's happening to me. The universe came in and asked me to do this. And to do what we're getting ready to do, June 17, the reason I have tears, the reason my throat is choking, is because I want you to feel the truth around you. I want you to feel the universe around you right now. I want you to feel everything that you're feeling. And if it makes you afraid, I want you to stand outside of it and remember that in the field of quantum conscious awareness, there's nothing to be afraid of. To remember way back when, and those of you that have known me, that in 2015, the universe first came in and asked me to put forward the 7 years and to show how the 7 polarities of free will were unfolding into this field of potentiality. And it became a very famous point. And if you go deep into my YouTube channel, I'm the real thing. Love me or leave me, I'm the real thing. And I'm right there, unfiltered, 100% documented, growing just by people like you and I saying enough. I am a person, I am flesh, but I am spirit. I am able to reform, recreate. There I am, okay? I am 65. I am a perfect size 6, kind of 4. I am in incredible shape. My hair regrew. And what's happened is that I have learned and commanded the yoga of self-ascension. And it begins with anchoring quantum consciousness. It begins with not being afraid to cry. It begins with not being afraid to clear and bring the truth forward. And on June 17, I'm going to show you a picture of what's going to happen. How about that? On June 17, we're going to come together and we're going to ignite our star consciousness. And that's what you're staring at right now. And you might say, hey, Kira, where do all these visuals come from? Well, way back when I was born, I was born fully awake, very, very psychic and kinetic and able to do quite a bit of things. And what happens is that when the universe comes in, when a potentiality is shared, they show it to me in visions, then I feel it in energy, then I absorb it in sound, and all of that comes together into what you're gazing at now. So what you're gazing at right now, and I'm going to use my cursor because I want to make sure you see it, is that unified field, that beloved masculine, feminine coming together. Remember, what are one of the fields of self-ascension? Be in union. To be in union is to accept yourself fully, to accept all, to know that every single being has the right to be. You don't have to agree with them. You don't have to be with them. You don't have to hang out with them. You don't have to do anything. But at the core essence, every being has the right to be, and we're all here doing the same thing. And when we can release judgment, which is when we enter a 7th dimensional state of presence, that is one of the next steps of the yoga of self-ascension, right? Be in union, release judgment. Well, using my cursor right now, do you see it? Did you already see what I'm going to show you? Look, there we are. There's that masculine. You see that? Yeah, I know you guys see that. And right there is the feminine. And right between the two is what's going to be happening on the 17th. And as you gaze, I want you to look at that third eye. So you see where my cursor is right now? But if you gaze up, if you go up toward the hairline, what you discover is what's known as star consciousness. And you see that golden ignition. You see those golden rays ignite right there. Do you see how that unified field, that be in union, it's that moment where you surrender what surrender looks like, where you stop cutting deals with God, where you stop thinking you're in control. And literally, I call it, I just allowed myself to fall into the sea of neutrality, knowing it would float and take me where I need to go. That's what you're staring at. The yoga of self-ascension is what? Number one, be in union. And you see that be in union energy. Number two, release the judgment by igniting beyond this field. Number three, surrender what surrender looks like so that the universal energy may flow through you. Really breathe that in. Is that incredible? Be in union. Really feel what that feels like. That's what June is about. It's about calling you in. Release judgment. Allow yourself to surrender what surrender looks like, because you know where it brings you? Unconditional love. And that's what you're gazing at right here. And you'll notice right there in the bottom, when I am, as you are, when you are, then you can do. And that is what we're doing together on June 17, right here at YouTube. And it's the first time that I have ever been called by the Ascended Realms to make this available just out there to anyone that wants to be here. You know, way back when, feels like way back when, doesn't it? But way back when I did my last huge general appearance in Los Angeles among thousands of people, I had 7 bodyguards. And I remember at that point, I passed out on stage. I was very, very tired from having been on tour and the books and all the appearances and the public ensoulments and the projections. And it was really very, very challenging. And it was right before I knew that I would be leaving the United States. And what I remember the most was coming back from delivering very profound messages from the Ascended Realms, all of which are at iamkira.net, having been passed out on the stage with people just asking me questions. And it was in that moment I learned that you need to trust yourself. That when you, and I know a lot of you watching have the gift, that when you have the gift of vision, when you are gifted with the gift of wisdom, and I know a lot of you that are connecting with me have that, because I've been honored to watch your children have children. I'm honored and blessed that the Ascended Realms have chosen that everything that I have done has been documented at YouTube, and that you can go as deep and far as you want, and all you're going to find is authenticity and the heavy price that I have paid for that. It's been worth it, because my voice is still here. It may not be as big as it deserves to be, because my voice is your voice, and our collective voice deserves a bigger voice. Consciousness is rising. Quantum consciousness is here. This is not woo-woo, this is science. And when we give ourselves the opportunity to call that in and remember, when we call in those 4 steps of the yoga of self-ascension, when we say yes, miracles happen. And the law of instantaneous manifestation restores. And this is why I chose to come to you this way today. I've had people come and pull my hair to see if it's real. I've had people come to see if I've had any form of plastic surgery. I've had people do lots of things. And the reality is that authenticity will forever sustain your vitality. I want to show you one more time the June calendar, because I think it's really important for you to, again, really notice that what is happening right now. Why did I want to talk to you today? Well, number one, today is the final breath, the final in-breath moment before that Mercury retrograde pre-phase begins tomorrow. And so this is really important. everything that you've been preparing for, everything you've been clearing out, everything. Just think about the past few months. What have you been preparing, clearing, getting ready, putting together? Well, tomorrow, that Mercury retrograde pre-phase begins in the first illumination of the new moon of self-emergence, which happens Monday. So everything's coming together for what's going to propel on Monday. And during this new moon of self-emergence that's happening on Monday, you are being invited. You are being invited to say yes and expand beyond and look at the 8-pointed star. And that 8-pointed star started coming out early in the month. It's been rising strongly this week. And when we get together, and the reason the Ascended Realm said we must get together, mark your calendar, Wednesday, 17th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here at this YouTube channel. And just a bonus, go to iamkira.net and register. And that way you can be part of the Zoom call and be in the back portion of that, actually interacting with Hank and I live during that event. We're going to be only interacting during the Zoom, but we're going to be broadcasting live. So if you want a much more intimate experience with us, make sure you get to iamkira.net and make sure you register for that. So as you're gazing at the calendar, what else are we seeing? And this is really important. And I'm going to be coming to you live again, but I'm going to be talking to you a lot about this on the 17th, 21st. What is happening on the 21st? Well, on the 21st of June, not only are we having this solstice is a peak level solstice. This is going to be, and if you notice there, it's going to be at 4:24 a.m. Eastern Time. This solstice is about balance and polarity simultaneously. And it's coming out of this self-emergence moment. So everything is gaining momentum. Everything is being looked at. The Mercury retrograde pre-phase, well, that's going to lock in on the 29th. And on the 30th, the full moon of the roses will help us get ready for the heart that will carry us through July. I want to share with you that the other thing that the universe has said was that it was time for me to come out of hibernation. It was time for me to kind of get out of living in the jungles for 23 years. And I am honored that on June 27, for the very first time, carrying messages that I have been asked to bring and attunement energy that needs to be shared, I will be here with you in person live in Denver, Colorado. We are very, very blessed to have a venue that is very sacred. We are honored for those of you that are already coming, and I invite you, come share this sacred moment with Hank and I on Saturday, June 27 in Denver, Colorado, when the quantum consciousness immersion will take us into a moment that you will remember, that will help you understand why you are here, why you are feeling the way you are feeling, and how to resolve that, so that your benevolent king queenship can arise. You can learn to reform your body, heal yourself, heal others, expand your consciousness, knowing that together we are better. Because when we come together at a round table, all of us in our king and queenship, that is the essence of the yoga of self-ascension, to live beyond the jealousy, to live beyond the greed, and to live beyond the competition. In the re-cognition that when we enter into the field of quantum consciousness and awareness, we step into a 7th dimensional awareness through the relaxing of judgment that invites us to truly, truly call forward the consciousness that, as Einstein said, is the only thing that's ever going to change the world. Come join us in this level of consciousness. In June, it's about a quantum consciousness immersion. Get to iamkira.net, learn more. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, because coming to you right now live every day, there's a lot happening. Remember, you cannot simultaneously trust and be in fear. If you are in fear, you are not trusting. If you are trusting, fear dissolves and miracles unfold. The 7 polarities of free will are here. You're ready to navigate it. You're ready to ignite beyond. And I look forward, and I am honored to share more time with you. Thanks for tuning in today. Get to iamkira.net. Make sure you subscribe, comments, absolutely read every single one, and make sure June 17, 8:30 p.m., June 27, be there live in Denver, Colorado. And if you're really saying, yes, this is the moment, this is the year, I know it, then with all my heart and soul, we have just a few beautiful spaces waiting for a few illuminated people, July 31 in Ecuador, beginning in the Pyramid of Peace and culminating in the waterfalls of the Amazon in a sacred village that we have been blessed and invited to go into. This is our moment. Humanity is moving. When we cry, we are simply releasing that which is ready to rebirth. Mercury retrogrades before us, and so is your rebirth. I love you with all my heart. I look forward to seeing you, look forward to holding you. Thanks for being here.